I think that's correct.
Hello. Yeah. Now it's
I think both are. Let's go.
but let's keep it down.
Sure. Do one more.
Can you hear me? Mr. Huat, can you hear me?
Is a message.
Right.
I'll disconnect.
Right.
I'm here, Bante.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Huat.
I've got to set up some security, okay? Thank you,
All
Bante.
right. Thank you. Right. Okay. Everyone, please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good evening to everyone. And as usual, today too, before we start, I would like to do the same wish. I sincerely wish that may all of you be able to practice well today too, and may you be able to feel at least a little peace or a little happiness within through this practice. And so today is the last day that we that I teach about breathing meditation. And after this week, I will start teaching about Vipassana. I will start teaching the Vipassana meditation. So starting from next week. But all the new students, they'll be guided personally to practice breathing meditation. So from step 1, today I'll describe the first step. And then, so gradually, I will help them to develop in their practice. So dedication is key, as I always mention. So if we don't dedicate, time, if we don't invest time, then we are not going to improve, right? So this is just like everything else. So the daily occupations that you do. So when you are doing business, the more time that you dedicate, the more focus that you do it, right, according to a particular plan, so you are bound to thrive. In the same way, in this meditation practice too, so you are bound to thrive if you are going to do it, right? Understanding the technique properly and investing the time. And always you have to understand that you are doing first. Firstly, you are doing this for yourself. Then later on, the others will benefit because you develop various kinds of positive thoughts within, positivities within. So the others will benefit later on, but you are the first one to benefit. So please work hard for you. One day, one young man went to see the Buddha. So he was attending the meditation classes and the Dhamma sessions for several months. But unfortunately, he couldn't develop in his practice. But he noticed many other people who joined the sessions with him several months ago, they have changed. When someone is changed, so because of the practice, you can notice that, right? So their face is lighter, you can see, right? They are more happier, they are more lighter, and they look so more peaceful, right? So you can notice these kinds of signs in those people, right? So you can, if you want, you can observe your own your own colleagues who joined here to practice several months ago. Now they have changed, right? Because of the constant practice, because they invested time, because they worked harder, they could achieve whatever the positivities that they could develop. So it is the same with you. Then that young man went to the Buddha. He came before the other people came, right? He went to the Buddha and asked, "Oh Buddha, I have noticed many people who attended the sessions, right? Sessions, teaching sessions throughout the past months, they have changed immensely. Some of them, they have come out of the sufferings, so mental sufferings that they had, and they have totally changed. But there are certain other people like me. So there are certain people like me, so who were attending for these sessions for months, but still I don't see any progress in us. Happiness has not grown much. Our peace has not grown much, right? We have not developed in those sides. Then at that time, the Buddha looked at that young man and asked him, "Young man, you look like you are not from this area." That means Magat. You look like from somewhere else. So are you living in, were you born in Magadh area, or did you migrate from another state, another kingdom? Then he said, "Oh Buddha, you guessed it is right. Actually, I'm a businessman. So I migrated from Kosala kingdom, right, to do business. To do business, right? It's full house today too. So, I migrated from Kosala. So I'm a Kosalian. I came here to do business. So since Savatthi was the biggest city in India those days, so he said that he settled there, right? And he is living there right now. Then Buddha said, right, young man, then I won't, then maybe your friends might know that you are from Kosala Kingdom. So if they want to go to the capital of Kosala Kingdom, so do they ask you the path? Because those days they didn't have Google Maps, right? So do they ask the path from you to reach Kosala, Kosala capital, right? So do you keep it as a secret, or do you let them know? Then that young man said, oh, what? So why should I keep it as a secret? So I tell them the path which leads to the capital of Kosala Kingdom. So you have to go to Saket through this road, right? Then after that, from Saket, you have to go to this particular town, and then you have to follow this route. You have to turn right, you have to turn left, like that. So I teach them the path that they need to follow. Then Buddha asks, do all of them reach the capital of Kosala Kingdom without any failure? Then that young man said, oh Buddha, some of them, they reach the capital. Those who follow the very instructions that I give, road instructions that I give, they reach the capital of Kosala Kingdom properly, without any difficulty. But there are certain people who go to a certain distance, and then they start to ask from this person and that person. And there are certain people who don't know the path, but still they guess it and say. So sometimes they go in the wrong roads, and they finally get lost, and they come back saying they couldn't go to the capital of Kosala, right? Then Buddha said, young man, this path is the same. So the teachers only can, the Buddha and all the teachers, they only can guide you. They can show you the path. This is the path. If you are a person who wants to develop in this spiritual path, this is the way. These are the meditation techniques. But no one can do it for you. So you have to do it for yourself. So that young person understood. Then he started practicing ardently, and finally he also gained great heights in his spiritual practice. So he gained a lot of peace and a lot of happiness through his spiritual practice. So only the teacher, you have to understand, the teachers can guide, but you are the one who needs to practice. You have to allocate time, and you have to develop a determination. You have to develop a strong mind with courage. So you have to keep on practicing every morning, every evening, for yourself. You are doing this for yourself, not for anybody else first. And then the others will benefit too, right? So please work hard for yourself. First for your own betterment, then for the betterment of the others. So dear meditators, so as I mentioned, today is the last day of our breathing meditation. Starting from the month of May, we are going to practice Vipassana meditation. This is here, first I will teach the the first step of breathing meditation. In the first step of breathing meditation, what you have to do is you have to focus on your bare breath, natural breath. When it is coming in, you have to completely aware. You have to be fully aware that right now, my breath, it is coming in. But don't go with the breath all the way in. Please stop your observation at the end of your nostrils, right? Then the breath will go in and touch the end of your nostrils. Then it will start its journey to go inside your body. But don't go with the breath all the way in. Stop your observation at the end of your nostrils, right? And then it will, after a while, then it will start its journey to go out, and it will touch while it's returning to go out. So it will touch the very same area. So the end of your nostrils. Starting from that point, please start being aware. Be aware right now. The breath, it is going out. When it is coming in, you are aware. When it is going out, you are fully aware. If it is long, please be aware. Right now, my breath, it is long. If it is short, please be aware. Right now, my breath, it is short. If it is gross, if it is soft, please be aware as it is. As it is. Don't try to change the breath. Don't try to intentionally breathe. Just focus on the bare breath, normal breath, natural breath. Let it come in as it used to, and let it go out as it used to. Your job is to be the gatekeeper, to be the observer, right? So keep on observing the breath as it is. So the old students, they are instructed to practice the third step of breathing meditation. So please pay your entire attention to the area below the nostrils and above the upper lip, right? Within this area, when the breath comes and touches, please be fully aware. Right now, the breath is touching this small triangular area. When it is touching that small triangular area, right, then at that time, you might be able to experience certain kinds of sensations, right? Let it be coldness, let it be heat, let it be itching sensation, twinkling sensation, or hardness, softness, let it be anything. Just be aware that right now I am feeling hardness here. Right now I am feeling softness here. Right now I am feeling so itching sensation, right? Pulsing sensation, or whatever sensation it is, just keep on being aware. And remind yourself, this sensation is also bound to pass away. Impermanent, changing, right? So keep on being aware. That's for the old students, senior students. So those who joined recently, I kindly request all of them to practice. So the first step for breathing meditation, and the old students, they are instructed to practice the third step, right? Whatever the meditation technique that you practice, may you be very, very successful. May you gain peace, may you gain happiness inside, right? So with those thoughts, we are going to start. Everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Close your eyes. Now please let your whole body to relax. Whole body to relax. Whatever thoughts that you have about the outside world, let all those things go. During the meditation time, please remind yourself, my breath, it is the more, my breath and the focus to that breath is those two are the most important things for me. I will think about the rest later on. Thinking like that, please give your entire attention to your breath. I'm going to pay our gratitude and respect to the Buddha. Then after that, I will start today's meditation. Okay, please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Viññācarane sampanno sungato lokavido Anuttaro purise dhamme sarati Satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Sangdittiko akaliko Ehi pasiko opanaiko Pachatang meditammo Viñño hiti Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samici patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang chattari purisa yugani Atte purisa puggalam Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Dakineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyaketang lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a very patient mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. And please pay your entire attention to your breath. If you are a new student, please practice the first step of breathing meditation. If you are an old student, please practice the third step of breathing meditation. Whatever the meditation practice that you practice, may you be very, very successful. May you be very, very successful. Everyone, please start your meditation right now. Now, if your legs are painful, you can change your legs, but please keep the eyes closed. Keep the eyes closed. Now we are going to practice loving kindness meditation in brief. Calm down and let's spread sincere loving kindness, our sincere loving kindness towards yourself first. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, let's spread our sincere loving kindness towards our parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. May my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May all of them be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards the neutral people, the people who are not your friends, at the same time, who are not your enemies, the people who are in the middle, the neutral people. May all the neutral people be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards the enemies. We have negativities, and there are occasions in our lives where we won't be able to control our emotions. Because of those negativities, sometimes we also do harmful things towards the others, and some of the people in the society, they are the same. But whatever it happened in the past, you have to let it go with the past. Please forgive them and share your loving kindness. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Human beings, animals, birds, fish, and all beings, visible, invisible, beautiful or not beautiful, regardless of all the outer differences. Please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Bhavattu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devatam samme buddhanubhavine sabbe dhammanubhavine sabbe sanghanubhavine sada sutti bhavantu te. Now, everyone very calmly open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom and bottom to top. Please calm down. And now please join your palms together and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. This ended all the public sittings for breathing meditation. When we started meditation on January, I think first week, we thought April 27 means that's a long period of time. But what has happened? It has gone. Now today is the 27th of April. It will be the same with the 31st of December of 2024. You have to understand human life is very short. There is no time to rest. So life is so passing very fast. Days and nights, they are passing very fast. So you should not be late or postpone things so in your life. Let it be spiritual goals or let it be material goals. So you should not postpone them. Whatever the time that is gone, you can't bring it back, right? You can't bring it back. I always tell you, if you have 100 years, for 50 years, what are we doing? Sleeping. Very nice. Good students. So 50 years you sleep. Now you have only 50 years remaining. So out among those 50 years, so you had dedicate so 1/3 of it, at least 1/3 of it, more than that time. So you had dedicate for childhood and old age, right? Then you have maybe around 25 years to 30 years. So even during that time too, you have dedicate time to study, and then you have to work, and then at the same time there are so family obligations that you have to you have to engage in, and then there are so many such kind of things that you have to spend time for. Then how much time do you have? A very short period of time. This is the only time that you can use to achieve your spiritual goals and material goals. So you have to So you should not postpone so such kind of goals. Have a good plan about your life and keep proceeding. Right? Don't postpone things. So life is very, very impermanent. Right? So especially while progressing in material field, make sure that you develop in your spiritual field too, because all the things that all the material things that you gather, let it be money, let it be fame, let it be a lot of property, right? All those things, when you leave this world, you leave them behind. So there is a very famous great old classical drama, Greek classical drama called Manos. In that drama, so that person dedicates most of his time for his property and to collect money, to gather money, to earn money. But at the end, so what happens is the death comes and calls him to come with the death. At that time, he asks a chance for him to survive. Then so he goes to his property, but property cannot come. And then the family members, he asks the family members, but family members only can come to the burial ground. Beyond that, they cannot. Then finally, so he understands. And so I'm summarizing the whole drama. At the end, he understands the only thing that he can carry with him, the good things that he did in his life, the good karma, right? So make sure that you especially that you dedicate time to develop spiritually, right? Because that is the only thing which you will take with you at the end, right? So now, today, starting from next week, we are going to practice Vipassana. We are going to practice Vipassana meditation, right? So today, I will give you an introduction to Vipassana meditation. Before you do anything, it is the nature of the wise people to know what you are actually doing, right? So that is the nature of wise people. So they always have to understand why you are doing this, whatever thing that you are going to do. So following that, I want you to explain and I want you to know why we are practicing Vipassana. What is the purpose of practicing Vipassana meditation? So I can't I can't teach you the whole thing, but I will just give an idea during these 15 to 20 minutes, right? And then gradually on upcoming weeks, I will start teaching you about the meditation, right? Vipassana meditation. So today I will just introduce Vipassana meditation to you, right? Vipassana. V means Vishesha in those days language, Pali. Vishesha means I know, so it is common to, I think, most of the South Asian languages. Vishesha means, do you know the meaning? Special. See, everybody from the north, south, everyone said special. Right? Even when you go to Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, you will find the same meaning. So, Vishesha. And Passana means seeing. Vipassana means special seeing, special sight, right? Special observation. In brief, Vipassana means seeing the things as they actually are. Vipassana means seeing the things as they actually are. Right. Mr. Bhanu, can you bring some of those? I think there are two of them. Thank you so much. Right, slowly, calmly. I think both. Right. Right. So, right. Then Vipassana means seeing the things as they actually are. So when you have a colored glass with you, let's say you are wearing a black, so a black glass. So it is colored with black color. So you look at the world with that black glass, black colored glass. How do you see the world? Everything that you will see, you will see them as black. Let's say you have a spectacle. Well, so it is colored with blue. You see the world with that blue spectacle. How do you see the world? Blue. If it is red, if it is green, accordingly, you will see the world. But Vipassana means, so it is just like seeing the things with the naked eyes, right? Seeing the things with the naked eyes. So what are these things that we see with Vipassana? We are going to observe two things. Number one, our body. In those days, like according to Buddhists, so Buddha describes it as Nam. So, sorry, Rupa. Rupa means the form, right? The form. And then, so the other one is the mind. But the word of the Buddha is Nama, right? So this we observe this body, and at the same time we observe our mind. That's what we do by practicing Vipassana meditation, right? So the body, let's say, the body. So we when we see people, we call them names, right? When we see Shireen, we call, when we see the appearance of Shireen, we say, this is Shireen, right? When we see Mr. Kevin, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, Mr. Kevin, we recognize, oh, this is Mr. Kevin, right? When we see Jane, we recognize, oh, this is Jane, or Aishwarya, or Ms. Sandareka, like that, right? So we recognize people like that. But that is called form. The thing that you see, it is the form. But this form, even though we think that we see it, actually we don't see that. The reality of this form is, so it is made of actually atoms. In scientific language, atoms, but Buddha explains atom in a different way. So Buddha's word for atom is atta kala, but it is deeper than the modern atom. But we hope in the future, so we can describe, but we wish that we'll find it so after some time. I mean, I don't know whether it will take 100 years or 200 years or more, but we'll find it. So it's a shorter thing, but somehow, so science and Buddha both agree that there is this atom. Right? this whole body, it is made of atoms. I told you Buddha's word is Attakalapa. Attakalapa means, its meaning is 8 portions. So in this world, when you divide everything, right? You come to a level where you cannot divide. So there are such kind of 4 elements that you cannot divide. Number 1, solid element. Those days word is Patavi. Number 2, liquid element, right? Those days word is Apo. Third one is heat element, temperature. So that is called as Tejo. And then fourth one is Vayo, air element, gas element, right? So both these elements are visible in science and Buddha's teaching both, right? Now, when these 4 major elements, when they are joining together, they give birth to another 4 elements, right? Since they arise because of the combination of major 4 elements, right? They are called as the sub-elements, right? But we have to understand, they arise simultaneously. So when those 4 major elements are joining together. For an example, let's say I go away from this wall and I'm reaching this wall. Both things are happening at the same time. Not before, not after, at the same time. In the same way, so when at the very same time, when these 4 are joining together, so these 4 elements also arise. What are they? Number 1, oneness. That means color element. Number 2, gandha, odor element, right? Odor. We have odor, right? So odor element. Then rasa, taste element, taste, right? And number 4, pulp element, oja, right? Pulp element. So these 8, the combination of these 8 elements is so combining all these elements together. So there we can see this Attakalapa, or the atom according to Buddha, right? But it's deeper. We have to understand the description is deeper than the scientific description, right? But somehow, they both science and Buddhist teaching, they agree that there is this atom. And then, this whole body, from top to bottom and bottom to top, the whole body is consisted of atoms, attakalapas. And we have to understand, they continuously arise and pass away. All these attakalapas, so we can't understand the speed. So it is passing away in an uncalculable speed. So within for an example, the Buddha says, within a moment of the twist of fingers, right? So uncountable number of attakalapas arise and pass. Now you can understand what is the nature of these bodies. But when we see Mr. Bhan, we see Mr. Riyansh, we see Mr. Srina, right? We see Pratyush or Shivana, like that, right? So Dikshita. But actually, you have to understand, you can't see the other person according to the in the actual way that person is. You only see the person with the appearance level. And this this person, so the structure, so this body structure that we see, so you can't experience one body structure, so one mass of atoms twice. So the structure of atoms, which was in the last moment, it's gone, not to come again. In this whole, so throughout the whole series of lives, you are not going to meet it. So at the next moment, you see a totally different structure of atoms. So in the future moment, you won't see this present structure of atoms again. And you understand? Now we can understand how fast your body changes, right? Once a group of Bhantes asked the Buddha to describe how fast this body rise and pass. So then at that time the Buddha told this simile. Let's say there are 4 very strong archers. They come to a junction, 4-way junction. And on their hands, they have a very sharp arrow and very strong 4 bows. With those 4 bows, with the help of those 4 bows, they shoot those sharp arrows to the maximum length that they can send the arrow. And then there is another person, a sharp runner. This person runs and catches those 4 arrows without letting them to hit the ground. The Buddha asked, can you imagine that speed? Then those Bhantes said, catching 1 arrow without letting it to hit the ground, that's a mass speed. How can we imagine the speed of catching 4 arrows, right, without letting them to hit the ground? Then Buddha said, more faster than that, this earth rotates. More faster than that, this moon rotates. More faster than that, the sun rotates. More faster than that, so this body arises and passes. Have you seen the bulbs that we use to decorate trees during the festival times, right? Those LED bulbs, they blink, right? Continuously blink. In the same manner, this body is actually blinking with atoms, right? So that is the nature of this body. So all the time, this body is arising and passing. So then the mind is also the same. But according to Buddha, the mind arises and passes away faster than the body. So if the speed of rising and passing away of a body is 1, the speed of mind's arising and passing away is 17 times like the body. So once, the Buddha told the Bhantes, if you really want to call yourself I, so call your body I, because at least it stays for 17 moments of the mind, right? So, but mind, so it is the fastest among both these phenomena, right? So the thoughts that you feel, so they arise as a result of billions of chetasikas, thought moments. But actually, so within that period of time, uncountable number of minds arise and pass, giving result to that emotion. Right? For an example, in California, we know we have a lot of wildfires, right? Whenever you set fire, so right away, it spreads very fast, burning hundreds of acres within a moment, right? So this is the same. Sometimes you'll feel like, oh, I have the same emotion all the time, right? I am angry. I was angry. So 5 minutes ago, even right now, I'm angry. So you think this anger is permanent. But actually what happened was this fire theory. One mind arose and it gave the same anger to the other mind, and this one passed. This one transmitted it to the next one, but now the level has gone down or up. It differs. But somehow this mind arose and passed away, giving, transmitting the same anger to the next one, right? And then that one arose and passed away, giving the very same anger to the other one. Always you have to understand the quantity changes, quantity of anger, the level of anger changes. It either go up or go down. So every anger has its own lifetime, right? For an example. So that then we have to understand this mind is also rising and passing. But we don't understand this. We don't see this reality from our naked eyes. So we think there is an eternal I inside me. So whenever you, so this very phenomenon is visible in outer things too. In this world, even though it is not a being, it is also rising and passing away continuously. This picture, right? This tablet, right? And then this robe, all your clothes, they are the same. If your clothes, if they don't have that nature, after 1 year or 2 years, you don't have to throw them away, right? So they also continue to decay, right? So you can understand now how the world is. But we don't see this phenomenon with our naked eyes. Then you have to be a scientist yourself to see this. So starting from next week, you are going to be a scientist. But you are not going to go to a lab and look through all those various kinds of instruments. You are going to be a scientist who check your own body and who check your own mind. You will become a body scientist and mind scientist, right? And then you are going to see this, so you're going to see this nature, right? See this nature with your own experience. A person can talk about a cake for hours and hours, but until you eat the cake, you don't feel, you don't know actually how the cake is. Just like that. So you might, so people now theoretically, you know that you are rising and passing away constantly. But still, this is just the wisdom which is called as Chintame Panya, philosophical wisdom. Now you got to know about these things, and then you got some wisdom, and now you think, if you are wise enough, you think, oh, I'm passing away continuously. My mind is passing away more faster than that. Oh, I didn't know that, right? But actually, still you get that knowledge, but but it has not gone all the way in. So your traits, your thinking pattern, all those things, they won't change. Tomorrow, even though you know all these things, tomorrow morning, if something happens that upsets you, you will get angry and you will shout, "Who is that? Why did you do that?" So you shouldn't have done that. Or sometimes, so just like, so there was some person on the Zoom, and he called something. Zoom bomb, and he called something. So uh, so somehow, so when such kind of things happen, if you don't have the understanding from the experiential level, what happens is, oh, then so you get angry. So that person, actually, it's a common word. You can hear it. So sometimes people say to so ridicule others. So he said nigger, right? So somehow, so if you are a person who think that there is an eternal life, you will see, that person will start to think. So let's use another word, idiot. You start to think, oh, that person called me an idiot. Am I an idiot? I'm not an idiot. No. So he is the idiot. So like that, you start to think. The more you think like that, your anger grows, and you are the one who is bound to suffer. That's what would have happening throughout your life, right, Aishwarya? But whenever you realize, with experiential wisdom, whenever you realize uh, so that I am continuously changing, even though thousands of people come and call you various kinds of names, nothing happens. Nothing happens. No anger. You only have love towards him. Oh, poor person. Oh, poor person. Ignorant person. He doesn't know that there is no so an eternal being to call someone a name, right? So we are, all the beings are beings with this constant change, impermanence. So whenever you see it with your own experience, your whole life, your whole viewpoint about life, it changes. Even though thousands of people come and so scold at you, you are calm, you're quiet. You only produce loving kindness towards it, right? So even though thousands of people come and praise you, instead of developing huge ego, so you humbly accept it and you let it go, right? You gain advantages. Again, so when you get advantages, you are calm, right? You accept it, you enjoy, you are happy that you gain that, but you are not attached to that. You know, one day this is also bound to pass. You get disadvantages. Again, so you realize, so sometimes you feel frustrated, but you realize yourself. So since you are not enlightened beings, so you realize this is also impermanent. Again, I will gain advantage. Until then, let me handle, right? And then sometimes you will be happy, you will be unhappy, right? You will feel comfort, you will feel discomfort, right? Whatever the vicissitudes that come to you, you will stay calm, you will stay quiet, you will stay peaceful, you will stay spreading just loving kindness for all, just compassion for all, just sympathetic joy for all, just equanimity for all. You will become such kind of a being through Vipassana meditation. But you, another simile to conclude, we are actually just like long abandoned fields. So let's say you have a long abandoned field. What is the nature of that field? Benin, right? So your name? Yes. No. Yes. Mira, yes. So what is the Mira? What is the nature of an abandoned field? It has a lot of wild plants, right? There is a person who discovered this, and this person wants to Ram Garu. So this person wants to uh, plow. I mean reap. So grow something and reap something. Then I forgot your name. So no, Kathy's. Yes, Irvin. Right, Mr. Irvin. So what you do is you go and you take all those white plants out, then you till the ground, and then you add water, then you grow crops, and after some time you gain good crops, right? Your mind is the same. For a long time, running after your body and trying to give your body comfort, you have let your mind to become an abandoned field. You try to give entertainment to your body, but not for the mind. You gave food for the body, but not for the mind. Now it has developed a lot of wild plants. Now you want to clean it, right? If you are a good farmer, then a farmer who wants to plant good crops like loving kindness, compassion, peace, and then equanimity, sympathetic joy, and such kind of qualities. So crops inside your mind. So you have to be that farmer. Take out all that grass out, right? Through Vipassana, and take all those white plants out, then add water of loving kindness. Till the ground, right? Till the ground by moral, moral qualities, develop moral qualities, right? Till the ground by developing moral qualities, add the water of loving kindness, and grow the crops of sympathetic joy, equanimity. So such kind of all the positivities. That's what you are going to do through Vipassana meditation. So everyone, you have to work hard. As always, I mention, you are doing this for you. Not for the Buddha, not for me. Then all the others around you will benefit. When you are not getting angry, when you become a person, for an example, who doesn't get angry, all the people around you get benefited. Because you don't spread that anger, you don't share that anger everywhere. It comes and stops at you. It doesn't go beyond. A hatred comes up to you but doesn't go beyond. A jealousy comes up to you but doesn't go beyond. Right? So that's what you are going to do. So then take starting from next week, everyone. So even the newcomers. So work hard first, gradually with your breathing meditation, and later on with this Vipassana meditation, and take out all the wild plants. Till the ground and add water and grow great crops of loving kindness, compassion, peace, so balance of mind, equanimity, and sympathetic joy, etc. May you have a wonderful, happy life ahead. With those thoughts, we are going to conclude. Now, everyone, please think. Today, too, we practiced this noble meditation technique and accumulated a lot of positive energy. Let's share all that positive energy with all the participants. By the power of this positive energy, may all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. May we be able to practice this noble, non-sectarian, pure meditation continuously, ardently, consistently, with courage, and eradicating all the negativities, developing all the positivities. May all of us attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone please join your palms together and peacefully concentrate. I'm going to bless you. Abhivadana silisa nichang vada pachaino Chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvagno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijjato. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very peaceful. Very peaceful. Good night to everyone. May all the good things happen to you. Take rest. Take rest. Right. Good night, Mr. Huad.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so much.
Good night, Asmita.
Good night,
Asmita
Bante.
Didi. Good night. Nihadi, good night.
Good night, Bante. Thank you.
Good night. And good night, Christian.
Night, Bante. Good night. Thank you.
Be happy. Mrs. Lees, good night.
Night. Thank you.
Me be happy. Mr. Rajendra, good night.
Good night, Bante.
Good night. Swadhyaka, good night.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So who is with the iPad?
Good night, Bante ji. I'm Rajni.
Oh, Rajini. Oh, Rajini, good night. Me all the good
Thank you
happen.
so much, Bante ji. Thank you.
Still in San Francisco?
No, I'm in Delhi right now.
No, right. Good night, Mrs. Rajini. Me all the good happen to you.
Good night.
Good. Thank you so much, Mr. Howard.
It is an honor to help
Yes.
and to be of service.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Howard.
I hope to see you soon, Bante. I would love to
Yes,
visit.
see you soon, Mr. Howard.
Bring my mother.
Yes, absolutely.
I will call and make arrangements. Well, he was gone. So he's